it's so nice for this road to not be the road of death anymore. I quite like this road. As commutes go, this is the best route I can think of. It's not the fastest route, but it's just wiggly enough. It's got just bendy enough for pleasure. Oh yeah! Okay. Don't look at the crack of my arse. I'm probably gonna need to get some fuel on the way home, cause I think it's 150 miles to the tank. I don't know how big the tank is actually. There's quite a few stats on this bike that I never really looked into. It's kind of like I looked into everything I could possibly need to know about the about the Himalayan 411, and then just chinned it off and randomly bought the Aprilia. So I know nothing about this bike. I didn't actually know the horsepower until the other day. I was I can't remember what I saw something about. I think it was Nathan the Postman's video that I've not actually got around to watching yet, about like the 47 horsepower being enough. I was like, oh, I wonder what horsepower the Aprilia's got. And I think it's around that 50 mark, plus or minus. I think I may have assumed it was at least half the VFR in the past, but I don't think I've ever really looked, which goes on to my level of forethought. They're a different car, isn't it? Usually the big yellow American taxi. And even though I've not had a chance to, I mean, I've had chances, but I would have overheated again, so I kind of want to get the parts replaced before I disappear into the countryside again. But even though I haven't done a huge amount of green lading, I still quite like I don't love the bike, right? I will say that. I don't love the Aprilia when it comes to bikes that I just viscerally enjoy more. My VFR wins handily, but there is enjoyment and pleasure to be had, a different kind of riding. It's a lot more relaxed as well during in-body position and speed and power. Not necessarily easier to control either. I find but that might just simply be due to just how many miles I've put onto the VFR, that I find it a much easier bike to control. Bomb, bomb. Come on. Is this beamer gonna shock horror? I mean, if you need to get up to speed quickly, it will do it all day long until it overheats, and then you gotta wait about an hour, and then all day long. I mean, for normal riding, I don't think you'd notice the difference, but when you're doing a lot of lower speeds in hot weather without a huge amount of airflow, the bike just can't cope. So hopefully the new thermostat, if it ever bloody arrives, will fix that issue. Dominance. Look how far it got him. A lot more confidence in the brakes though, a lot more confidence. I mean, you do have quite a leap from grabbing quite nicely to locked on, so I don't know how to progressive that, but I am quite happy that the bike will stop now when I want it to. I haven't done any long journeys on it though. Hopefully, at least, you know, by next month I think I'm going to take a chunk of time off work, because I haven't had any time to myself for literal since February. So I need some time off and just do a few rides. I haven't even had a mooch on the Forest of Bowland for quite a while. You want to shout at? Anyone to scream and shout at? No. Good. They've all listened and learned their lessons well. Open, you piece of shit. At least I feel awake. The benefit of commuting by bicycle. Motor bicycle. The problem is when the commute wears off, I've got to deal with the fact that I'm operating on a few hours of snooze. Boop. 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 I tell you what, I have been feeling very stagnant. Not in a smelly way, but I just seem to be in a holding pattern at the moment. and I need to brake it. Are you going to move over transit, or are you going to continue to take up an unnecessary amount of space? I mean, a little bit of, you know, a lot of my rides are to and fro work. I've got to get to work, and I may as well record them. But I'm doing very little to no personal rides. And when it comes to, not my personal life, but in terms of like my routine, very samey as well. So I need to shake it up. I mean, a lot of it stems from, and I don't want to keep like blaming my leg, because eventually I've just got to get over the fact that it's injured. But I'm tempted to do like a large push of sort of like rehab. I've been taking it very slowly, and I am far and away better now than I was a year ago. And you know, 2 years ago, I could only survive like one day in work, and I'd be in absolute agony. 2 is fine at the moment, as long as they're not consecutive days, just so I get to rest. But it's getting me down. It's because it's nice sunny weather again, and I'd love to go out on my push bike and push it with my legs, but I'm very wary of doing that in case I hurt myself. And I've got things like Zwift and a treadmill and stuff like that at home. So I might try and make a concerted effort into boosting my legs fitness. Oh, I mean, there's a big risk to that, obviously, with the fact that I could overdo it. And when it comes to like things in my life about fitness, I tend to overdo quite a lot of things. I don't, in general, when it comes to, I don't like, how do I explain it? If I go, oh, I'm gonna go out for a little bike ride and get some fresh air, by the time I have returned home, I will be a massive, sweaty, exhausted mess. But I will consider that a time well spent, you know, a good time had by all. Like when I was still in a leg brace, my arm was still recovering. I could, because I broke my arm as well, my left arm, I couldn't straighten it properly. So I was literally strapping weights to my hand and then like resting my elbow on the table, do you know what I mean, to forcibly rag it straight. And as soon as I could do that, I was back in the gym. But I've not been able to do a similar brute force method on my leg. So I might start devoting some of my time to that. And I don't know whether to try and like have a goal in mind. Obviously, like going, oh, I hope I want to run a half marathon by the end of the year. Well, that's just not going to happen. I mean, that wasn't going to happen when my leg worked. So I think like 10k is about as much as I can do before I lose interest in running. I could do hundreds of miles and hours and stuff like that on a bike. Not so much running. So I don't know whether to try and have a goal in mind. But I've got no idea of what I can achieve, even if I don't injure myself severely in the process. I mean, this isn't a potential vlog subject either, as in I'm not going to film myself doing it. I don't even know why I'm talking about it. Don't even know why I'm talking about it. In fact, bye. Oh, before I go, actually, there's something that I really like about the bike. It's that. The ignition is built into the emergency shut-off thing, so you can't get into a situation where someone's flicked the switch or you've accidentally knocked the switch and you think, oh, why won't my bike start? Because the simple act of pushing the button knocks it off. I like that. That's good. That not this, not your oil filler. What's this? What's this about? What's that about, Aprilia? Get a grip. Now is the time.